District Governor Sonya, Alleyne, feature speaker Eva Rodriguez Bellegarrigue, past district governors of District 7030, David, Lyle, Milton, Waddy, Lara, Leslie. I hope I haven't missed anyone. District Governor-elect Leslie, District Governor nominee Brian, fellow Rotarians, Rotaractors, Interactors. I believe we may have some early actors on the call as well. Welcome to Rotary's 117th birthday celebration. Tonight we celebrate 117 years of doing good in the world. February, as you know, is dedicated to peace and conflict prevention and resolution. And we would be showcasing the wonderful work that has been taking place in District 7030 with respect to peace and peace building. February also marked the opening of applications for the Rotary Peace Fellowships. And our feature speaker tonight will be sharing more with you about the fellowships. We have an exciting evening filled with celebration ahead of us. And now, to start our birthday celebration, I invite, and the terms I'm going to use to describe DG Sonya are all terms which came from her most recent trip to Trinidad. Our most beautiful, dynamic, engaging, and truly inspiring district governor from Barbados, DG Sonya Alleyne, to bring you greetings on this auspicious occasion. DG Sonya, over to you.
Good evening after all of that. Wow. Thank you, Debbie. Fellow Rotarians, distinguished guests, PDGs, members of the Governor's String, fellow Rotarians, what an absolute pleasure it is to be here this evening. So on this day, 117 years ago, Paul Harris had the vision to start what is now the greatest humanitarian service organization of all time. And many of you have heard me say, I make no apologies for saying that. We are 1.2 million members strong and growing. If each one brings one, as President Shaker has asked, remember that we're looking for people like us, people who want to serve without reward. We all know that one person who's not currently a member that would make a great Rotarian. I challenge you to look at your network and to ask at least one person to join you on this journey. Don't be selfish. Share this enriching experience. We were started principally as a service organization. However, we have grown to embrace all aspects of life. Our vision statement, together we see a world where people unite and take action to create lasting change across the globe, in our communities and in ourselves, boils down to 4 words. Together, people create change. This statement is reinforced by the Rotary 7 areas of focus, which we have stated as our immediate priorities. Our 4 strategic goals where we address how we increase our impact, how we expand our reach, enhance participant engagement, and last, but by no means least, how we increase our ability to adapt, are the guiding pillars which, together with the areas of focus, bring clarity to our mission. Our ability to adapt has been tested and has been the most important for us in the past 2 years as we struggled with the transition to an online service club during the pandemic. But how we have grown in this area has been remarkable. And as a result, the other 3 strategic pillars have also grown commensurate with that growth. This, my friends, is who we are. Fellow Rotarians, today I can truly say that we have really grown in leaps and bounds by our actions and how we have embraced our Rotaractors and the other members of our Rotary family. I ask you to remember that we are in this together. We are one Rotary family, and our legacy will be in how we have left our club after we have gone. I urge you to support the programs of the district and the Rotary Foundation. We're here this evening as we celebrate, and it is indeed a celebration, Rotary's birthday, 117 years. But we're also cognizant that we're in the month of World Understanding. February, celebrated every February by Rotarians around the world. As I close, I ask each of you, everyone here tonight, to be the change as we serve to change lives. Fellow Rotarians, my travels around the district have really shown what we do and who we are. My latest interaction in Trinidad with Peter Kyle, our Rotary International Director, has been tremendous. Around the district, our clubs are doing phenomenal things, not only in the areas of peace, but we are truly showing off to the Rotary world. With that in mind, I ask you to raise your glasses with me as we toast to Rotary International, and most importantly, to our district, District 7030, the bestest district in Rotary. Have a great evening. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much, DG Sonya. And I was just reminded by dear Raj in the chat that they also described you as mesmerizing. So as we move along, in November 2021, I received the exciting news that Eva Rodriguez Bellegarrigue, who was successfully endorsed by District 7030 for the Rotary Fellowship earlier in the year, had been accepted and offered the Peace Fellowship at Uppsala University in Sweden. And tonight we are very fortunate to have Eva with us to tell us more about the fellowships. But before Eva addresses you, I'm going to share a little bit about Eva. Eva is a specialist in design, administration, and management of development projects in the areas of rule of law, peace building, and human rights. She has over 20 years of experience implementing projects with the public sector and civil society in El Salvador with international cooperation from the United States, USAID. In 2004, Eva was granted a Fulbright research opportunity at George Washington University in Washington, D.C., US, where she conducted 6 months of research on how to develop mediation educational programs. In the following years, she led the development of a local network and more than 20 mediation centers throughout El Salvador. Many of them are still working within the Public Defender's Office. In 2012, she co-founded Fundación Iris Partners El Salvador. This same year, they affiliated to an international network of peace-building organizations called Partners Global El Salvador. Partners El Salvador has now 10 years of experience developing processes of constructive dialogue in multiple fields, such as environmental conflict and human rights, and multiple community-based programs to prevent violence and promote alternative dispute resolution mechanisms. Since 2017, she has been devoted to lead, first as Deputy Director and now as Director, the Rights and Dignity Project in El Salvador, a $25 million USAID-funded initiative implemented by Counterpart International in collaboration with Fundación Iris Partners El Salvador, the UN Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, and other stakeholders. Eva is also a fellow at the Aspen Global Leadership Network and a pro bono advisor to international organization New Acropolis, where she volunteers to promote the Sustainable Development Goals 2030 agenda at a global level. She has a bachelor's in law from the Jesuit University in El Salvador and has conducted graduate level coursework in human rights at DePaul University in Michigan, USA. Eva is married. She is the proud aunt of 5 nieces and nephews. She enjoys singing, reading, and traveling. So Eva, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much, Debbie. And first of all, happy birthday to all of you. 117 years is a great achievement. So I'm honored to be able to be with you tonight as you celebrate this achievement. So thank you. Happy to be here.
Great. So Eva, can you tell us, we're talking Rotary Peace Fellowships tonight. What would have motivated you to apply for the Rotary Peace Fellowships?
Well, as you just heard, it's been over 17 years that I fell in love with peace building. I was working at USAID in El Salvador, the US government agency for development. And part of my portfolio was overlooking rule of law projects, democracy projects, and there was a small project on mediation. And I was able to observe how the parties, being a lawyer, I would see how the both parties, when they had a conflict and they came to mediation, if the mediation was well held, there was always a better understanding of the conflict, and also there was this opportunity of creating a conflict or transforming the conflict into an opportunity of growth, of understanding, and of peace. And since El Salvador had, I'm not sure how familiar you are with El Salvador, it's a small country, it's the size of Massachusetts. And we went through 12 years of war, and reconciliation and peace was always something that we wanted to achieve. I was graduating from law school when the peace accords, when the peace agreements that ended the war were signed. So I think from the beginning of my career, achieving peace and achieving peaceful behavior in my fellow citizens was always part of my dream. And so when I encountered the results of mediation and how mediation, aside from declogging the judicial system and of course solving legal cases in a faster way, but they also had it had a pedagogical effect in both parties. And so I became very interested in that, I would say, secondary result of mediation, but that was very useful for our society in El Salvador. So that's when I decided to take this leave of absence from my work, take this research grant. And I saw how pausing and reflecting and writing and just being exposed to theory was very useful and nurtured my own creativity on how to be part of the solution in terms of peace. Fast forward 17 years, I had just turned 50, and it's a very important landmark. Like I was reflecting on how to design my next phase of contributing to peace. El Salvador, as the world, unfortunately, has huge challenges in terms of achieving peace, and emerging challenges with climate change and polarization, political polarization that really prevents us from having constructive dialogue, even when we have differences. And I was in a personal moment when I needed to pause. I had been working, actually I have never studied a master's degree. I went direct from law school to work, and I have worked. The only time that I left El Salvador was for those 6 months. Of course, I have traveled a lot, but for pausing and being exposed to theory, I have only done it for very brief periods of time. So I was in this personal reflection, I was looking for a moment to bring all this experience, these 17 years of experience in peace building, trying to put them into a moment where I could study the theory, confront the theory with the practice, and generate new solutions, or try to come up with creative solutions to the peace building field. And and practical solutions for the problems that I see in my country and in the region. So that I say that when you have a dream, God, life helps you. So in the moment that I was just thinking that I needed to take this break, like this pause, a friend of mine called Craig Selizer, I believe he's in the Rotary network, and he also works very close with the Rotary office in Chicago. He approached me, putting me in contact with someone in the Rotary office in Chicago, and he said, would you be able to spread the news that we're offering this fellowship? And of course, I shared it with my colleagues. But when I saw the terms of reference, I said, I am also interested in taking this opportunity. So last year I submitted my application, and I was very honored and grateful to be able to receive this letter of acceptance that I had been granted the opportunity to go to Uppsala University to study peace building. So it's going to be a very unique opportunity for me to mature the ideas that I've been developing through my years of experience, and be able to write, which is something that I want to do.
Thank you for that, Eva. You know, the legal system in Trinidad from 2006, we too became very heavily oriented in terms of mediation and alternative dispute resolution. So there's a big trend towards peaceful resolution, even at that level, within Trinidad and Tobago, as I know it is in the other Caribbean islands as well. Is there anything in particular you see yourself being able to accomplish through the Peace Fellowship, or something that you are passionate about accomplishing?
Yes, of course. I have seen firsthand how alternative dispute resolution contributes to peace building, and also contributes to the legal systems to be more effective. In my case, I would really, and after working on several projects that promote dialogue, that promote community violence prevention, that promote mediation, community mediation programs, or municipal mediation programs, I think that my expectation is to be able to not only contribute to these systems in a better way, but also from the professional perspective, but also volunteering on education. I think we need to educate, because one problem that we had in mediation centers is that it's always hard to convince the other party to actually come and try to put their conflict on the table and try to find a pacific solution through dialogue or through mediation. So I have observed that there is a lack of education on how to solve conflict in a constructive manner. And there's so much to do in terms of education and citizen education towards conflict, and how to approach conflict, how to react to conflict. That I am pretty enthusiastic about participating in educational programs for citizens, for young people, to serve. I think that to train trainers, training and education is like my passion. So I would really, I am really looking forward to, when I come, be able to share my knowledge and my experience with other volunteers and other individuals that also feel passionate about spreading a different attitude towards conflict. And we can all do something about it. You don't have to be a lawyer, you don't have to be an expert in conflict. I think you only need to develop certain skills and also practice those skills with those that are around you. So yes, working with schools, with universities, to train trainers is something that I would really like to be part of when I come back.
Thank you for that, Eva. And I know we have quite a few of our Rotaractors on the call, and that this is a program that is available to the Rotaractors. Could you just share with us quickly the application process? Like, how did you go about applying to become for the Peace Fellowships?
Sure. Well, I think it was pretty user-friendly, so I encourage you to go through it. The application process is all online. It's and you have someone in the Chicago office to help you when you have a doubt. So once I applied in May last year, and in November, then I had in June an interview with the district. I don't remember the number. with a committee where I shared my dream, but also the expectations I had on the universities. It's very important to understand very well what you want for your career path, and also what the universities in the different 5 peace centers that Rotary have to offer, and how they can better meet your needs. So that's something that, of course, the committee is going to ask for, and you have to be very clear in your application to explain what you're looking for. And then in November, I was notified that I was accepted and that I could apply to the university. And I must say that that's a different phase, because for the university, you have to make sure that there's a lot of work to do. But it's also user-friendly. The university, at least in Uppsala, has been, they have sent videos and they have had Q&A questions. So, and there's someone at the Peace Center that has been in contact, making sure that we don't miss deadlines and we present all the documentation. And I'm expecting a final response from the university on April 7th. So that's been like the process. It's been a year. It's going to be a year in April since I started the process, but it's been, I would say, very, very smooth and very, I have never felt alone during the process.
Eva, thank you so much for joining us, for sharing with us. Please stay on with us because you are part of our Rotary District 7030 family now. For members who are on the call or Rotaractors who may be interested in applying for the fellowships, the deadline is the 15th of May to send in your applications. It is a fully funded program. There's the master's program and the certificate program that's available. I would have sent out a notification in February when the fellowships opened, and I hope that that is being circulated. And just remember, not only the Rotaractors, Rotarians, if you know somebody in your community who could perhaps be a really good Rotarian down the road and has an interest in peace building, please reach out to that person, engage them, encourage them to apply. Thank you, Eva.
Thank you.
So now we want to move on to a segment where we showcase some of the peace activities which have been going on in District 7030. And I want to start first with the Give Peace a Chance initiative. Last year, we launched the Give Peace a Chance initiative. It was a call for all clubs in District 7030 to partner either with your Rotaract club, your Rotary club, or your Interact club to engage in a peace project and to successfully complete it by the 1st of March. I'm pleased to say that we had 6 qualifying entries for the Give Peace a Chance initiative, and that we are now waiting for their final submissions on the 1st of March. Tonight, I thought I would show you a snapshot of what the entries look like because they are all fantastic projects. And I'm not sure how we're going to judge just having a first and second place. So I invite you to enjoy the next video clip of our Give Peace a Chance entries.
Bonjour, nous sommes les interacts de Guadeloupe et Martinique, soit 2 interacts du district 70-30. Nous avons décidé de nous allier pour ce projet Give Peace a Chance proposé par le district car nous pensons que la jeunesse doit être capable d'œuvrer pour la jeunesse et c'est pour ça que notre projet cible en priorité les adolescents de notre âge dans des lieux qu'ils côtoient quotidiennement, les lycées et les collèges. Ainsi, grâce à ce projet, nous voulons aider des jeunes dans l'urgence qui n'ont pas forcément accès aux serviettes hygiéniques et aux préservatifs, parfois par manque de moyens ou par pudeur ou pour bien d'autres raisons. Nous voulons enlever tous ces tabous autour de la sexualité, des menstruations, des protections, car ce sont des phénomènes normaux qui nous affectent tous. Nous voulons aider à la fabrication de fauteuils roulants pour les personnes atteintes d'handicap grâce aux bouchons récoltés et reversés à l'association Les Bouchons d'Amour. Et pour finir, nous voulons sensibiliser des futurs adultes au recyclage.
In 2019, a large number of Venezuelan migrants entered Trinidad and Tobago in attempts to flee harsh social, economic, and political conditions in their country. While the government of Trinidad and Tobago facilitated their entry through legal registration processes, some of the locals were not as welcoming, and this gave rise to social tensions.
False dreams and promises. We are not against the migrants. How could this country, how could this government give amnesty and leave the borders open?
For the Give Peace a Chance initiative, we intend to lead a cultural exchange and integration project with young Venezuelan migrants in Trinidad and Tobago between the ages of 13 and 19. The aim is to deflate the bubbles of contention between locals and migrants and use culture, especially music, to highlight our commonalities and shared interests.
Given the current climate in Trinidad and Tobago, our project will be a virtual youth workshop targeting participants between the ages of 10 to 14 years old, many of whom come from the schools we serve in the Maraval and Rampanalgas communities. During the 2021 August vacation period, we conducted a pilot workshop entitled My Peace on Peace, which was done through art, yoga, plant care, and physical fitness.
In the next iteration of a virtual youth workshop, the emphasis will be placed on conflict resolution and reconciliation to develop the social, emotional skills of understanding, responsibility, empathy, and communication of our target group, since these all work together toward the resolution of conflict. The activities of the aforementioned will be through art, role play, and games.
We are the Rotary and Rotary Club of Tobago, and we would like to present our Give Peace a Chance project idea. Our project entitled The Spirit of Ubuntu, A Pathway to Peace. This project will focus on building understanding and breaking down barriers which cause conflict.
The Ubuntu philosophy is an African term that means humanity. The saying goes, I am because we are. It is a belief in a universal bond of sharing that connects all humanity. We live on the island of Tobago, and we are a very close-knit and peaceful society. And we believe that the Ubuntu philosophy aligns with our core beliefs and values. And we would like to showcase this philosophy through our cultural medium of storytelling and drama.
At the Rotary Club of Tobago, we believe that prevention is better than cure, and this philosophy can break down barriers to prevent conflict.
We do hope that this project can educate both the young and old about the Ubuntu philosophy and how it contributes to reduce conflicts in communities.
The Rotary Club of Phillips City, Charleville is honored to be part of Give Peace a Chance initiative. Our project title is Peace Building, using literacy activities and gender equality to foster conflict resolution. The focus is peace through education and literacy, as well as gender equality. The root conflict that our club hopes to address is conflict resolution and the development of leadership skills and problem-solving skills in children and youth at 3 primary schools and a girls' home in the Trinidad and Tobago context. This project will enable students and youth to develop conflict resolution strategies and skills through literacy activities and gender equity to forward peace.
In keeping with our peace-building project, Cultivating the Youth of Today, we embarked on empowering young girls. Empowering young women can transcend to social transformation and eradication of poverty. The value of this project, Empowering Young Girls, will seek to aid in the development of peace building, which includes creating agents for positive change, coexisting with the opposite gender, finding that equal place without conflict. The impact of this project will provide an avenue for youth to avert conflict, leading to the development and sustainability of peace in society.
We now have to judge the final entries, which are due on the 1st of March. And I'm quite looking forward to that. And I know that District Governor Sonya has that $1,000 US first prize and $500 US second prize waiting for the winning clubs who must attend district conference in Barbados to receive it. So special hello to my friend Audley Knight. Audley, thank you for joining us. I want to shout out the Rotary Club of St. Kitts and Rotary Club of St. Kitts. I understand that they are all gathered in a room tonight to be part of our celebration, so that the 193 people we have on this Zoom is not necessarily the number of viewers we have online. Thank you for joining us. And also the Rotary Club of Central Port of Spain. I know that you guys canceled your meeting so that you could be here with us tonight. The next project we're going to look at is Youth and Peace in Action. And I want to say a special hello to Patricia Schaefer of New Gen Peace Builders, who's with us this evening. Patricia is a Rotary Peace Fellow and the Executive Director of New Gen Peace Builders. And she has been leading, New Gen has been leading the rollout of Youth and Peace in Action. What is Youth and Peace in Action? In a nutshell, it is the largest local peace building initiative in the history of Rotary International. It is the largest peace education program in the USA and Caribbean, and not just in Rotary. It is a multifaceted peace education and training program to equip students to understand the drivers of peace and conflict in an online program and to put those skills to work on peace projects. There are over 2,000 students from 15 districts registered for YPA. 702, and I repeat it, 702 of those students are from District 7030. We have the third most participants in 15 districts. And when I told DG Sonya this, she said to me, Debbie, you know we need to get to number one. So I'm working on that, DG. YPA is for high schoolers and interactors. 7030 has 36 clubs enrolled, 33 of which are interact clubs from across the district. We have clubs from Aruba, we have clubs from Trinidad, we have clubs from Barbados, St. Vincent, not St. Vincent, but quite a few of the countries are actually enrolled. We are the number one district in terms of interact participation. And I want to give credit to our district interact chair, Soraya Warner Gustav. DIC Soraya and I have worked hand in hand to ensure that our interactors were part of YPA. She's just as committed as I am to working with youth in District 7030. Soraya, I hope you're on the call. Big shout out to you tonight. There is also the opportunity for Rotarians to register for the Guiding Young Peace Builders course, which is a part of the YPA program. I know that we have quite a few Rotarians who are enrolled, and the opportunity is still there to do so. So I'm going to show a short video clip from the Naprima Girls Interact College. Naprima Girls Interact College has, I believe, 60 plus participants in YPA. They are platinum badge holders. And the students are going to share with you very briefly their YPA experience tonight.
We at the Naprima Girls Interact Club were thrilled with the opportunity to be recognized as Youth and Peace Action Badge holders this year. As such, a few members of the club will be highlighting their many positive experiences with the initiative.
Good day, my name is Leah Phillip and this is my YPA experience. My YPA experience online so far has been amazing. I've been learning so much about peace and peace building that I had previously never heard about, such as the misperceptions of peace building and the differences between negative and positive peace. This journey has encouraged me to reflect on myself as well as the role I play in spreading the concept of peace. Additionally, I'm inspired by the knowledge I have gained as well as eager to learn more and help with peace action. Overall, I am beyond grateful for this opportunity and eager to use what I have learned so far and will continue to learn throughout this course to truly make an impact filled with peace building and peacekeeping in my community. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kelsey Gans and I'm a part of the NGHS Interact Club. I participated in the YPA program and it's truly been an educational experience. Through the Hello and Hope, Harm and Healing modules, I've learned to become a peace builder within my community.
My name is Alleyne and I am currently enrolled to be a new youth peace builder. My experience at the YPA course so far, it's definitely been a positive one. The content was very interesting and relevant to what's happening right now, especially being able to look at realistic case studies of conflict resolution strategies from political leaders around the world. It definitely changed my perspective on how to approach my personal conflicts, and being able to hear the successes of peace builders who are my age around the world and the tools that they use, it definitely made the concept of me playing a bigger role in changing my community for the better a lot less intimidating.
There we have it, the YPA participants and their experience in YPA. Now, moving along, February, Peace and Conflict Prevention Month, we had a lot of peace activities going on, one of which was the unveiling of peace poles in Trinidad and Tobago. What is a peace pole? A peace pole is an internationally recognized symbol of the hopes and dreams of the entire human family, standing vigil in silent prayer for peace on earth. Each peace pole bears the message, "May peace prevail on earth," in different languages on each of its 4 or 6 sides. There are estimated over 250,000 peace poles in every country in the world dedicated as monuments to peace. Planting a peace pole is a way of bringing people together to inspire, awaken, and uplift the human consciousness the world over. It is a wonderful project for any community, organization, or your home. Peace poles are now recognized as the most prominent international symbol and monument to peace. They remind us to think, speak, and act in the spirit of peace and harmony. They stand as a silent visual for peace to prevail on earth. On Sunday, the 20th February, the Rotary Club of Pinal, Trinidad and Tobago, unveiled 2 peace poles, one on the SS Erin Road in Pinal, in a very commercial area, and the other at Shiva Boys College, where they have an Interact Club. I had the pleasure of attending the unveiling together with District Governor Sonya Alleyne and Rotary International Director Peter Kyle at the event, which included a peace walk to the SS Erin Pole and a formal function at Shiva Boys College. The Pinal Club had earlier in the week unveiled 3 peace poles, 2 at schools where they have Interact clubs, Holy Faith Convent Pinal and Faizabad Secondary School, and the 3rd at Lengua Presbyterian School, where they started their first Early Act Club. Present at the event were Rotarians, Rotaractors, Interactors, Early Actors, teachers, parents, and other specially invited guests. The event would have been streamed live on YouTube. The Rotary Club of Pinal was the first club in 7030 to become a Peace Builder Club with the Rag for Peace on the 20th of July 2020. And they have consistently been engaged in peace activities with their Rotaractors, Early Actors, Interactors. I want to sincerely congratulate the Pinal Club for the unveiling of these 5 peace poles. That is tremendous. Normally people do 1, maybe 2. They did 5 in 1 week. And I say a hearty congratulations to their president, Vijay, their peace committee chair, Sean, and the entire team for putting together this project and for pulling it off successfully. And now I want to show as well some of the footage from Sunday's event.
today, and we have to ensure that our future is secure. And you've made sure that the future, our children, are here. Parents, thank you for bringing your children, for allowing them to be a part of this organization. This organization, Rotary, is indeed the organization that will change your lives forever. If you do not know that now, remember, in 30 years, I told you that today. You'll be around, you'll be Rotarians. The mere fact that you're here today in your uniforms as Rotaractors, the early actor in his school uniform, holy smoke, what more do we want?
Now do you all understand why we have all these wonderful terms described in DG Sonya? So that was the unveiling of the peace poles. We did have another special event today from the Rotary Club of Port of Spain, which I would just like to share. So on September 21st, 2021, UN World Peace Day, Rotary Club of Central Port of Spain in the capital city of Port of Spain, they unveiled a peace pole on Brian Lara Promenade, just off the Brian Lara statue, with 8 languages, spreading the message, may peace prevail on earth. Today, in celebration of Rotary's 117th birthday, they proceeded through partnering with the Blind Welfare of Society of Trinidad and Tobago to install Braille on the pole so that persons who are visually impaired could read that message of peace as well. And isn't that just DEI at work there? Congratulations, Rotary Club of Central Port of Spain. So that's it. That's our snapshot of the peace activities in 7030. I really hope that you have enjoyed tonight's program, and I'm now going to hand over to committee member Marion to raise a vote of thanks. Marion.
Thank you, Debbie. So good evening, fellows. All protocols observed. I am your fellow Marion from the Rotary Club of Paramaribo residents and a district committee member. Thank you, Peace Chair Debbie, and all others of our team for hosting this special evening tonight. Thank you, District Governor Sonya, for your special birthday message. Many thanks to our Peace Fellow Eva for being our guest speaker tonight and giving us an insight into the Peace Fellowship. And of course, many thanks to all of you for attending the special Rotary's 117th birthday meeting in our 7030 district. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Marion. DG Sonya, do you want to say anything in closing?
Thanks, Debbie. Guys, our district is brilliant. The peace projects that have been exhibited through all the clubs around the district. I mean, now I've traveled to St. Vincent, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Guyana, Trinidad, in the South and Central clusters. All have shown outstanding projects of which we must be proud. We know that our future is secure when we have these kinds of projects coming out of Rotary clubs and being inspired by our children. These are opportunities that we must not lose. Let's keep going. I know that the rest of us, and Debbie shares them with us all the time, who the clubs are, where they are, in every single country in our district. All 17 countries, we have projects happening. So, fellow Rotarians, give peace a chance. let's make this one step at a time. Thank you so much, and thanks so much for hosting a fabulous event.
Thank you, DG Sonia. And I want to say a special hello to all our friends in Guadeloupe, AG Maurice, and my friends in Guadeloupe. I know you are on. Great to have you all with us tonight as well. As we log off, we have a song in closing. We Want Peace by Manuel Jal. I invite you to enjoy it as we say goodnight.